Hello, hi, dear competitive aspirants. Today we'll discuss an important topics. Just now we have made one video. What is the importance of DPSP? The types of DPSP like socialistic principle, Gandhian principle, liberal principles. Where we borrowed this type of this DPSPs, and what is the importance in nature, society. So these all issues we have discussed in the previous videos. Like we discussed right now, what is the difference between fundamental right and DPSP, and the conflict between DPSP and fundamental right. So the if you see the first conflict between DPSP and fundamental right, we have few cases. In the first case, Champaran Dorai Raj case, in 1951, in this case, Supreme Court upheld its jurisdiction to if the conflict between the fundamental right and directive principle of state policy, the prevail of the fundamental right only. In this situation, the fundamental right is prevail. So in some cases, the parliament can make amendment the fundamental right. In this case, when it comes to second case, Golaknath case in 1967, the conflict between fundamental right and DPSP, the parliament doesn't have to make constitutional amendment in fundamental right. So in the same scenario, the Parliament made one Act, 24th Constitutional Amendment Act. So this is the very in 1971. This is the very important act, like we called mini Constitution of the 44. Like we 44 called mini constitutions. So what is the importance of 24 Constitutional Amendment Act? In this Constitutional Amendment Act, Parliament can do anything like parliament of fundamental right can amend, like each and every part of the constitution parliament has authority to amendment. Like then can next case, Keshavananda Bharati case in 1973. This case is very important to those who are preparing competitive exams, and we should have to know, every citizen of India, the importance of Keshavananda Bharati case in 1973. So the Keshavananda Bharati case in 1973, the one important judgment came, that's we call basic structure of the constitutions. What is the meaning of basic structure of the constitutions? So we know the Supreme Court of India till now also it doesn't give the clarity about basic structure of the constitutions. First of all, you do whatever you want to do, then we said whether it is comes under the basic structure of constitution or not. So this is the very crucial role to play in the constitutions. They are like politicians made some mistakes also in some scenario. So if the politicians made mistake, then Supreme Court involved in the scenario, and said give judgment to it comes under the basic structure of the constitutions. The Supreme Court said in this case, upheld his jurisdictions. You can do whatever you want to do, like you can amend fundamental right also, but it doesn't violation of the basic structure of the constitutions. So this is the important of the Keshavananda Bharati case. Like then next case come Minerva Mills case in 1980. In this Minerva Mills case, Supreme Court upheld his jurisdiction. Both fundamental right and DPSP both have equal power. There is no need to fluctuation of the fundamental right and DPSP. So both has same power, both have same authenticity. So there is no need to segregation of the fundamental right and DPSP. Like this type of cases we have the conflict between fundamental right and DPSP. So what is the difference between fundamental right and DPSP? We'll discuss now. So what is the difference? So just now we told about what is the difference between fundamental right and DPSP. If you see the difference between fundamental right and DPSP, we see the fundamental right has the justiciable and jurisdictions. If the violation of fundamental right, directly we can go to the Supreme Court. We have one article also, Article 32 in the Supreme Court. Article 226 is the High Court. Like we called constitutional remedies. We discussed previous videos also. So need not like in these situations. So the difference, the fundamental right has justifiable. When it comes to DPSP, it doesn't have any justiciable. If the violation of DPSP, we don't have authority to go like courts. So when it comes to fundamental right, the authority have individual, but when it comes to DPSP, it doesn't have individual. Over the community, in the perspective of community. So the fundamental rights gives importance of the individual. The DPSP gives importance of the community. So legally sanctions and no need to introduce of the implication of the fundamental right. If you want to implication of the fundamental right, there is no need to legislative actions. But when it comes to DPSP, if you want to implementation of the DPSP, we need to legislation authority. Then only it will comes under the implemented, like acts, Manarega Act, Wildlife Protection Act, etc. We need to implementation of the legislations. So these type of these are justifiable legally. These are not justifiable of the directive principle of the state policy. The aim of the fundamental right is establishing political democracy, but DPSP, the aim has political and social economical democracy in the country. So when it comes to the legal, the fundamental right have legal sanctions. When it comes to DPSP, it doesn't have legal sanctions. So this type of, it can be fundamental, like DPSP promotes welfare of the states. So this type of difference between fundamental right and DPSP. Thank you.